Well, hey there, ladies and gents. Gather round, lean in, and pull those covers up tight. Tonight's bedtime story? It's not about unicorns, treasure maps, or talking animals. Nah, this one's for the grown folks. Or at least the ones who think they are. This tale's for the future bosses, the wannabe mayors, the soon-to-be CEOs, and anyone curious about what really happens when the spotlight fades and the mics go cold. Because tonight, I'm telling you a little story called How to Wash Your Money, also known as the bedtime story your school conveniently skipped. Yep, you heard me. When you grow up, you might want all the shiny stuff a house on the hill. Matte black Range Rover, front row concert seats, custom suits, designer kicks. Maybe even a fancy office with your name on the door, mayor, governor, head honcho. But let's be real, not everybody gets there by keeping their hands clean. Some folks figure out an old-school trick with a new-school twist, the ancient art of money laundering. And if you're slick enough, you might just run the game without ever wearing cuffs. But let's be clear, this ain't a tutorial. This is a warning. A story with real lessons. So grab that juice box, fluff that pillow, and listen close. This one's got it all. Fake authors, suspicious bulk buys, royalty scams, and one former mayor who may have flipped the filthiest chapter in the whole corruption saga. You ready? Let's turn the page. Let's talk about books for a sec. Once upon a time, books meant something. They taught you things. They made you think, feel, question the world. But today, some books aren't about knowledge. They're about laundering cash, literally hiding it, scrubbing it clean, and calling it royalty income. Sounds wild? That's because it is. But it's also real. Here's how the hustle works. Thanks to Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, anyone can become an author. And I mean anyone, no editor, no agent, no storytelling talent whatsoever. Just upload a file, could be 12 pages of AI nonsense, Wikipedia blurbs, or even the back of your lunch menu, and boom, you're a published writer. Now comes the fun part. Price it stupid high $199, $499, even $999. Then, using money you don't want traced, maybe street money, misused campaign funds, whatever, you start buying your own book over and over again, and guess what? Every transaction looks clean. Amazon takes a small cut, and the rest comes back to you as royalties. Poof, dirty money goes in, squeaky clean income comes out. Now your tax return says best-selling author. Not drug dealer, not grifter, just author. And before you say, that sounds like Reddit fiction, let me stop you. This isn't conspiracy, this is happening. Real authors have literally found books published under their names, books they never wrote, with stolen bios, fake reviews, stock photos. They only catch it when they start getting royalty reports for something they didn't create. By then, the damage is done, but it doesn't stop with fake authors. Nope, it's creeped into politics too. Let me break it down. A politician writes a book, something generic like The Power of Perseverance or Visionary Leadership for the People. Then their campaign or a friendly nonprofit bulk orders tens of thousands of copies. It looks like support on paper, but behind the scenes, that bulk buy becomes a fat royalty check. And who's the author? The same person running the GRIF to see the twist? It's not a donation. It's not bribery. It's just a book sale, totally legal, technically clean. But when you really look at it, yeah, it stinks like old laundry. Case in point, Catherine Pruitt, former mayor of Baltimore. She wrote a kids' book series called Healthy Holly. Sounds wholesome, right? Except she sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth to companies with city contracts. Most of those books never delivered, never seen, never touched a shelf because it was never about the books. It was about moving money. She got caught and she went to prison. That's the playbook. Whether you call it fraud, laundering, or campaign abuse, it's the same trick in a different suit. And unless you know what you're looking at, you'll never catch it. In Amazon, you'd think they'd have safeguards, right? Yeah, not really. They get millions of uploads every year. They don't have time to read through every file. As long as your formatting is clean, you're good. Nobody's reading these books. The system doesn't care about the story, just the sales. And to be fair, not every overpriced, poorly made book is a scam. Sometimes weird stuff goes viral. But if you see a 10-page ebook with a $399 price tag, no reviews, and a typo in the title, ask yourself who's buying this and why, because that's the magic of money laundering. It hides in plain sight. And there's nothing more innocent looking than a book. So next time you scroll past a $999 ebook titled Standing on Business, the grind never stops. No author bio, no backstory, no promo. Maybe stop and ask, is this a book or is it a cover-up? And this bedtime story, it's sponsored by Harsh Reality. While you're clocking in, clocking out, some folks are flipping sketchy funds into royalty payouts for books nobody's reading, and no, I ain't dropping a book anytime soon. I'm not in that lane. I just came to keep it real, almost forgot. This was supposed to be a bedtime story. My bad, just making sure the next generation doesn't fall asleep with their eyes closed. Smash that like, hit subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments. And remember, if someone's story doesn't match the size of their ego, something's off. Good night.